Hi everyone, my name is Julie O'Brien, and on behalf of Newry, Mourne and Down District Council and Tourism Northern Ireland, you are very welcome to this recording entitled CRM and Database Management through the COVID-19 Crisis. The purpose of this recording is to support your business with practical tips on CRM and database management in the short to medium and longer term through the COVID-19 crisis. The recording will follow the format of the 5 key topics outlined on this slide. Do remember that there's a live webinar follow-up to this recording that will take place on Wednesday 27th of May from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. If you'd like to submit questions in advance of that webinar, please send those through to the email shown on this slide before 12 a.m. on Monday 25th of May. So let's start with thinking about the data we need to collect to support revenue generation. As we move through these slides, I am going to ask for your patience. For many, database management is a tedious subject. However, it is really important to understand that clean and efficient data collection is crucial for revenue generation for our businesses. So what is CRM? Well, CRM simply means Customer Relationship Management. Strong data collection enables a business to firstly identify and look after existing customers. Secondly, identify and develop new customers. Finally, efficient data collection can even help us safeguard the existing and future profitability of our business. To start the process of strong data management, the business needs to be really clear on what it needs to track. In terms of revenue generation, the 2 key building blocks for tracking are the sales channel and the end customer. Let's start with the sales channel. This defines where my customers come from. Our customers can come from 2 key sales channel types. The first is direct sales channels, for example via email, telephone or our website. The second sales channel type is indirect sales channel. This means that the booking arrives to the business via a third party. Generally, that third party receives a discounted price or commission as their fee for referring this customer to the business. Examples of indirect sales channels include tour operators and online travel agents, also known as OTAs. Let's take a look now at end customers. End customers arrive to my business via direct and indirect sales channels. When gathering data for end customers, it is really important that my business understands and records how they booked, i.e. via which sales channel, where they come from, i.e. from which market, Great Britain, France, Germany. For important key markets such as Great Britain, Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland, the business may wish to drill down into exact location, for example by county. Finally, for each end customer, the business needs to understand if they have the potential to become repeat customers or not. The answers to these questions will determine how the business gathers data. By gathering data about sales channels and end customers, the business puts itself in a really strong position as it then has clear information about where the business comes from. Taking a look at the graphic on the left, this fictional business can clearly state the breakdown of each sales channel that contributes to its total revenue. Now take a look at the graphic on the right. This fictional business has gathered data that also provides a clear picture of the end customer. The business here knows which customers are from the immediate local market, the domestic Northern Ireland market, the Republic of Ireland market, global markets like Germany, Great Britain and France. The business can tell which customers are repeat. The business considers its repeat customers to be valued customers. In fact, it thinks about these customers a bit like their family or club. Through data collection, the business also understands how their customer books. By that we mean via which sales channel. Of course, when gathering data for sales channels and end customers, a tourism business is likely to need to drill down further. For example, for sales channels, the business will need to know the booker information. For end customers, particularly for end customers that have the potential to become repeat and part of the business, family and club, contact details such as address, email and phone may be needed. Depending on our business type and how close we are to these customers, it may even be appropriate to gather more detailed information, for example, relating to anniversary, birth dates or preferences. Let's take a look now at how our businesses can work out what to map in terms of gathering data for bookings. Let's think back to the first webinar we did on communications on Wednesday the 13th of May. You will remember that we spoke about stable revenue generation for tourism businesses. By this, we mean blending diverse sales channels, markets and customer types so that in a normal trading environment, your business is robust. If one sales channel or market reduces or fails, this would mean that your business still has the opportunity to rely upon other sources of revenue generation. In this slide, we see how a stable revenue generation functions for attractions and activities. Now think of these last two slides and how much is going on within the triangles. There are lots and lots of sales channels, markets and customer types. The reality is that the more sales channels, markets and customer types that the business engages in, the more data needs to be captured. Let's take a look at a business that is active across diverse sales channels. Here we see an example of how to lay out on paper a way to catalogue data via booking or reservations information. This process is called building a profile tree. For this fictional business, I have divided all my revenue into 3 categories or segments. The first is leisure individual, the second is corporate or business individual, and the third is groups. To get a clearer revenue picture, I further divide these 3 categories into sub-segments, and every sub-segment is attributed a label that the business is free to choose under the understanding that the business team knows what each label means and exactly what kind of data needs to be filed under each label. For example, a leisure individual booking could come via sub-segments labelled OTA, wedding, or FIT, denoting a tour operator booking for individual customers. A group booking could come via the label subsegments tour series. These are tour operator bookings that are repeated over multiple dates. Ad hoc, defining tour operator bookings for one-off leisure groups. The label one-off could define direct bookings via a private customer. Corporate could denote a one-off corporate group booking. After that, I can build my profile tree by adding booking type. In this case, the fictional business uses the categories direct, defining all bookings that come via website or phone, for example. Agent, defining all bookings that come via a third party like a tour operator or OTA. Promo, defining all bookings that come via promotions. The booking method defines how the booking was made, for example via phone or email. The booking source defines how the booker heard about the business, for example via WOM, word of mouth, a social media campaign or print media. Now, if I record my booking data in this way, I'll be able to get lots of clear information. For example, under the master categories, leisure, business and group, the business will be able to see the total revenue recorded under each category. The business will also be able to drill down further. For example, the customers belonging to the leisure master segment can be tracked under the sub-segment individual, meaning a direct individual booking, the booking type direct, the booking method voice, which in this business means a booking made over the telephone, the booking source easing, identifying a customer who has booked based on a compelling offer issued by the business. Through managing data in this way, we see the full profile of all customers booking under the leisure individual segment. We can also drill down into the profiles for more detailed information. Here we can see a profile tree for a business that only engages in leisure individuals and leisure groups. The same process applies, however we need less categories as there are less segments to record. For this reason, businesses that have a high number of bookings ranging across diverse sales channels, markets and customer types tend to need more sophisticated CRM solutions. Conversely, there are many smaller businesses that manage bookings on well-crafted Excel sheets or lower-priced reservation and CRM software solutions. Let's take a look now at mapping and drilling down further into sales channel data. For each channel, for example tour operator, we create a master profile called tour operator. This could also be weddings or corporate customers. Think of the master profile like an umbrella. Under that umbrella, we record individual business names. For this slide, we have used the fictional business called Tour Operator ABC. This business has multiple addresses. These are therefore also noted, as are the bookers that work at each address. Gathering data in this way enables the business to identify total revenue generated by all tour operators, the total revenue generated by the specific tour operator ABC, the revenue generated by individual tour operator ABC offices in Dublin or London or Paris, the revenue generated via individual bookers in each office. This way, the business can determine if it is maximizing the revenue potential across all tour operator ABC offices and all bookers within these offices. Let's just say that Nora, Jack and Sinead from the Paris address are giving my business bookings, but Thomas is not. The data will show me that I therefore need to target Thomas to increase bookings from tour operator ABC. Mapping end customer data is crucial, so we'll take a look at that now. When mapping end customer data, the business needs to decide for which end customers does it need general data and for which end customers does it need both general and more detailed data. This slide indicates the kind of data our business may wish to collect for our customers. On this slide, we see a booking from a German tour series. The tour series is booked via tour operator. Therefore, this booking happens via a sales channel and a market that the business determines zero opportunity for repeat customer potential. In this case, the business therefore simply needs to record the end customer's nationality. In the center box, there is an example of a customer from Antrim. The business has identified this as a one-off customer who is booked via the direct website channel. As this is a Northern Ireland customer, the business wants a little more information, so it records county, Antrim, and country of origin or nationality as Northern Ireland or Ireland. No further details are needed, as this customer is unlikely to want to book again, so the business decides not to add them to their repeat customer database. The example on the right is different. This customer is from County Meath and it is clear they booked via an OTA. However, at check-in, it was determined by the receptionist that this customer travels to the area a lot. The receptionist invites the customer to receive further information, which the customer accepts. In this case, more detailed contact information, as well as county and nationality information, is recorded. This customer has the potential to become a loyal and regular customer of the business. The business therefore thinks about this customer as being part of their family or club. Contact details are taken so that the customer can be welcomed into this club and feel valued within it through really compelling communications. Some businesses are nervous about taking customer data because of GDPR compliance. It should be noted that GDPR legislation largely emphasized laws that already existed to protect customer data. Some key points of GDPR compliant data are as follows. It is the job of the business to ensure that a customer's data is protected. And sure, don't we all want that? We would like our own data to be protected too. The customer must also consciously want to be part of the business database. They must agree to sign up or opt in to be part of this. For that reason, it can be a good idea to ask customers to sign a document that shows they have fully and willingly agreed. Finally, if a customer decides to leave the business, club, family, the business must allow for that and anonymize all customer records upon request. For more detailed information on GDPR compliance, see the link at the bottom of this screen. On this screenshot, you can see the kind of guest information that is recorded and filed within a reservation software system. It is always useful to understand that any system like this basically functions like a computerized Excel sheet. Here, we see a screenshot of a system recording sales channel, end customer and marketing data. While the labels may be slightly different, the system is mirroring the kind of layout that we saw previously in the profile tree. Now let's take a look at why we should give due consideration to collecting accurate and clean data. Without accurate data collection, the business is really working in the blind. It has no roadmap. The reality is that with strong data collection, the business can identify revenue opportunities. It can flag losses and thereby act as a prompt to apply remedies to correct these losses. Strong data collection enables the business to communicate and look after valued existing customers and to identify potential new customers. Finally, excellent data capture enables the business to assess the outcomes of each strategic input or decision. Think about how we've mapped data so far and the practical application of that. For example, if the business has accurately mapped data, it can determine historic performance, comparing what contributed to revenue generation in one period or year versus another. Future performance. Looking ahead, the data might tell the business that bookings via tour operators are down. However, direct bookings are up. Therefore, overall, the business is in good shape to achieve targets. Or the data might say that revenue is down, and solutions like promotions or proactive sales need to be activated to compensate for these future losses. With accurate data mapping, the business can determine if it's stable, i.e., that there is business coming via direct sales channels, markets, and customer types. Or if the business is over-reliant on one revenue source, and therefore there is a flag via data collection to diversify to protect the business in the long term. Strong data collection enables the business to determine opportunities. For example, a business may be getting FIT bookings only via a tour operator that also has ad hoc group and tour series potential. It may be getting business from one set of counties but not another. It may have maximized its opportunities in global markets via GB, but sees the potential to grow new business, for example via Germany. The business can assess return on investments through strong data management. For example, let's say the business invests £1,000 on a social media campaign. Accurate tracking should show the return on investment for that campaign. If the business targets Germany as a new market, the data should show an increase in bookings via this market. The data really reads like a book that details the performance, successes, and opportunities for the business. It is so important to be clear then that clean data is crucial for clear business assessments. Clean data in means clean data out. The data also gives us an opportunity to mind our repeat customers who are so important and contribute to the crucial bread and butter revenue in many of our businesses. Now we will take a quick look at some systems that manage data from the basic to the more elaborate. As we said earlier, a CRM or database is basically a computerized Excel sheet. Here and on the following slide, where you will note that this Excel sheet is a continuation, we see an example of how to lay out bookings in Excel sheet format following a similar method to the profile tree above that records booking data and sales channel data. You will see on this slide that we use the booking data to identify which customers can become repeat. These customers need extra attention through database management. If you are from a business that does not have the resources to invest in a CRM, you could consider creating an Excel sheet like this that fits your business needs. You can even add a password protection to the Excel sheet to keep the data safe. On this slide, you can see how we pull repeat customers from the booking sheet into their own database. These are now admitted as part of the business family or club. So the business needs to mind them through all of their offline and online communications. These customers need to feel truly valued. Note that in the case of Jill Saunders, the business has expressed the desire to convert this customer from the indirect OTA sales channel to a direct customer. In the case of business customer John Stokes, the business has gone to great detail and recorded that he likes their famous homemade shortcakes. A clever business might use this information to leave a nice handwritten note with some shortcake for John upon his next arrival. Small attentions to detail like this can truly win customer loyalty. Let's take a look now at diverse CRM software solutions. Please be aware that I am not recommending the system shown. The purpose is simply to provide you with examples for your own research as different CRMs suit different businesses. This is a software advice platform. There are many like these that you can check out if you are looking for advice when researching a CRM for your business. I'll show you now some CRM examples that other tourism businesses are currently using. This one is called Mind a Client. It's a CRM that's used by many accommodation providers and attractions. It's got lots of diverse functionality, including event booking tools. Lots of people know about the CRM called Salesforce. It is worth noting that Salesforce offer a zero-cost version for not-for-profit organizations. There may well be businesses in your community that could be a match for this. Zoho is another CRM solution commonly used, and many businesses report good feedback on this. This CRM is called Digital Alchemy. It has amazing functionality with a fully integrated reservation, CRM and communications platform. However, it is also very expensive and tends to be used by larger hotel chains where the return on investment can be justified. So when it comes to data, what should your business be thinking about during the COVID-19 crisis? Firstly, if your business already has data, take a look and see if it needs to be reorganized and cleaned. Now is the ideal time to do that. If you do not have a database management solution, think about this for the future. Perhaps consider working out on paper what you would like this system to record. Think also if a well-planned, easy-to-use Excel sheet would work for you, or if you need something that is a different solution, like a CRM software. As the local and domestic market will be crucial in the short term, ensure that your data for this market is in order. Using this data, create compelling communications that encourage guests to book your services for the recovery. As a community in the Mourne Mountains and Ring of Gullion area, you could also think about how you can work together on data to create a collective destination database and communication piece to encourage customers to come to this destination. Think about the customers who are members of your family and club, existing ones and potential new ones. What can your business do to make this special customer type feel valued and even more loyal to your business? Finally, think long term. Remember that in normal trading circumstances, revenue is based on diverse sales channels, diverse markets, domestic and global, and diverse customer types. Use your data to direct your business on creating the stability for the short, medium, and long term. When using databases for communication, really think about the person who will ultimately see, hear, and read that communication. Think about how you want them to feel and react. Tailor your communication accordingly, because the reality is that data means very little without applying the human touch to our communications. Please note that as a follow-up to this recording, there will be a live webinar on the topic of CRM and databases on Wednesday 27th of May from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. If you would like to have your questions addressed at this webinar, please submit your query by Monday 25th of May by clicking on the web link shown, www.visitmoranmountains.co.uk/industry. Once there, you can then click on the relevant Submit Question box as shown on the screenshot. As you can see, this web link also lists the full suite of workshops and mentoring supports that form part of this series. Finally, I'd just like to say thank you so much for listening to this recording. I am really looking forward to receiving your questions, and I'm especially looking forward to seeing all of you at the live webinar on Wednesday 27th of May from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. Until then, I wish you the very best.